You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.
Good Monday morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We have a full
Happy
table.
Monday.
Yes,
I
happy
know.
Monday. Wake up. If you're not
So
already awake,
fun.
you're going to be awake now.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
With everyone screaming, good Monday morning. Everyone.
Do we all have our coffee?
Oh, I don't drink coffee anymore.
Did you get off of it?
Yes, I did.
It's
Not
been
even
a
bulletproof
minute.
coffee?
9 months.
Nine months.
Wow,
Yeah.
not even
It's part of
bulletproof.
nothing. It's part of that new
Crazy.
eating revolution I was telling you I got
Nice.
on.
Oh my goodness.
No
okay.
meat, no
Sorry,
coffee.
everyone.
I know,
Let
we're
me
jumping ahead.
apologize really quickly
Yes.
because we came on a little bit late today.
Yes,
Just a little
yes, yes.
technical difficulties. You know, that's what happens when you go live show.
I know.
You know, the life of being live.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. But
That's
yes,
how they know we're live.
Yes.
Like this is just really
It's
happening
real.
right now.
It's real.
it's
real.
happening in
It's
real
real.
time, real life,
I
everyone.
know.
But good morning. Good morning to you guys. Welcome
morning.
to our
Good
show. Welcome to
morning.
Table
I
for Five.
know.
Everyone out there where you, the listening and viewing audience, will always have a seat at our table here
Yes.
at Table for Five. We are so excited. Sorry, I need to keep in front of my mic. It's just hitting me in the head. We're positioned a little bit differently today because of our
Yes.
guests. We've got
We have
a full table.
I'm trying to
Today
find us on
here,
Facebook Live here.
and we are so excited to have you back, our
Yes.
resident fitness expert.
Yes, Jeanette Ortega.
Jeanette Ortega, yes.
Where's our
Thank
applause?
Thank you. Always love being here every month with you ladies. It's so much fun.
Yes,
And now
and-
this is our new
Yes.
format.
I
so
know, and you had
welcome.
taken a little break.
I know, we
Yeah,
did.
so-
we did. So now everybody can see her beautiful face.
Yes, everyone can see her beautiful face and her beautiful body.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I didn't want to say that because then they're going to compare her to us, and we're like,
Oh, well, that's okay, honey. She's in fitness. I'm a work in progress. So do not compare. There is no
Exactly.
comparison. Just look at her. You don't have to look at me. It's all good. Just look right there.
she's the fitness expert, right?
Yes, exactly. The
She
fitness
has
expert.
to look
Along
like
with
that.
her new partner.
Yes.
Let's give a shout out
Mike
now to
Bernard.
Mike Bernard.
Yay.
Welcome.
Yeah, I got applause too.
Yes, everybody gets an applause.
That's an applause, yeah.
You get an applause. I get an applause. We all
Everybody
get
gets an applause.
Everybody.
Speaking of which, did you
What?
see the Emmys last night?
I didn't.
I did not.
Okay, well, then move on.
Did you? I mean, I have it recorded, so I'll be listening
Yes,
to it, watching
yes.
it, listening to
It
it,
was-
watching it later on.
Yes, of course I watched it. You know, our home is all about the
Yes.
award shows, and it was a little boring.
Was it?
Was
Yeah,
it?
was a little
Even with the
boring.
host, I thought the host.
No,
was
the
really
opening
great.
was great. Stephen
Was he?
Colbert just is hilarious.
And I saw that there was a dance routine with
Yes.
the people from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it was
best
men
show.
and women. I have never seen that show.
You
I know,
have
I
got
know.
to watch it. Everyone
Which
out
one?
there, The Handmaid's Tale. It's on
Oh.
Hulu, right? I think
Yes,
it's a
it's
Hulu.
Hulu.
It is a
haven't
great
watched
show and very fitting for the times, I might add.
Mhm.
Like after watching that, I was like, yeah, I'm getting my passport and moving.
Oh my God!
The country. Bye-bye.
I'll have to
So
watch
anyway,
it.
it was an interesting award show. A lot of great surprises. I think it was very well evenly dispersed. Like what was
The
it?
awards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty Little Liars. Is that what it is?
Is that a movie?
No.
It's a show.
It's
On
Big
HBO.
Little Lies.
Oh, Big Little
Lies.
Lies.
That was
There you
my
go.
other favorite show this year. Big Little Lies. That was great. It apparently was a book. I did not read the book, and everyone is like, of course, the book is better.
Yeah.
My
Well,
son
it
even watched
won
it. The
everything.
14-year-old loved
Really?
it. Yes, it was good.
It won
was
everything. It won everything.
Because
Oh,
it's
wow.
about crazy women and mothers and how
Yeah.
we just get
Well, they
crazy.
talked about it was the tone yesterday was about domestic violence and bringing light to domestic violence.
Yeah, but you didn't get that until the end. Well, no, I guess it was a common
Yeah.
thread throughout the
So
show.
Nicole
One-
Kidman won, and the
Yeah.
show won for best.
They all did
drama
really
series.
great
Yeah.
acting. I did not. They were nominated, I think, for costume or something along those lines, and I
Yes.
didn't understand that because
were.
they
Yes,
were
I
they
don't
were
want to talk
in
about
there.
that. It's a sensitive subject in our home.
But I'm just saying I don't know why they were because they were in like regular clothes.
Very sensitive.
yes,
They were just in
exactly.
they were
That's what
in-
I'm saying.
They were in everyday. So I'm like,
Exactly.
it's not really a stretch for you. So I didn't.
No, it's a stretch for
I
the,
didn't like that
for the
nomination.
6'5"
Yeah.
man that has to be in a suit every week.
Exactly.
That's a stretch.
Exactly. I agree.
But I'm
I
not
agree.
bitter.
And with big muscles.
Exactly.
We're not trying to be biased here, but yeah, somebody was robbed. But
Yes.
how about any of the other? Were there any other surprises for you, or any other upsets that you thought something was going to win or didn't win?
You
I
know,
was just happy
kind of
Common won.
Common did win. Yes,
Hey.
he won.
Mhm.
Leah
Did.
Remini
Did
won.
Yes.
That was a
yes.
big win. Danny Glover. I want to
Because
say
her docuseries
is everything right
The
now.
Scientology
great.
one. that she
Yes.
did? It's amazing.
It's everything right now.
So
It's
great.
very, very good.
And-
speaking of Leah, I'm going to
Yes.
segue. I know we're jumping all around.
We are, but it's okay. Just follow along.
Yeah,
You'll be
follow
fine.
along. And if you're not finding us on Facebook Live, I just don't know why. Hopefully, we'll figure that out in a minute.
Yeah. And if you're
Um,
watching this later, hello.
Yeah, or if you're watching us live on LA Talk Radio, even
Yes.
better. So, this past Wednesday, we celebrated my dear friend Magda's
Happy birthday,
birthday,
Magda.
and we
I
decided
did
to
see
go
that
to
on Instagram.
Viva
and-
Hollywood. Hey, Viva Hollywood on Wednesday nights is popping. If you
It's
want to
poppin'.
salsa dance and have a really beautiful, you need to.
Tippity-top.
Well,
I do.
Are you married? Mark?
No,
You're not.
No.
You're not married.
No.
Okay, you
You
both.
have some nice teeth. You
I
should
know.
be married. He's got, look at him.
He-
How nice
because
his
of his teeth, Felicia. I think he needs to qualify for more than that. Lord,
I
Father
think
God.
a good set of teeth are very key.
Okay,
And if
well,
you, yes.
Teeth are important.
If
okay.
you have
Well,
good
that's
teeth,
if he
then-
wants to be married.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
just
anyway,
saying.
so Wednesday nights, Viva
Go
Hollywood
find a
is
wife on
popping.
Wednesday.
It has a live salsa band. And so we go there to celebrate birthdays. It's like our new thing, right?
Yes.
We've been there, 2 weeks?
Every other week we go. So next week I'm going to be lost because I feel like
I
we're
know,
just going to have
where
to
do we
show
go?
up.
Where do we go this week? Anyway, so we went there to celebrate Magda's birthday. Her husband is a musical director of Angelo Pagan's band, who is Leah Remini's husband. That's why I segued that. That was
got
kind of
it.
sweet, huh? So here we are having a great old time. Felicia's drinking.
I really wasn't
mixing
drinking
drinks.
that
You
much.
were mixing drinks. That's probably why you got sick.
No,
But I don't want to say
it was
anything.
like a half a drink, and then I ordered that really sweet drink, and I didn't even finish that because
Oh,
it was like
sweet drinks will
super
do it to
sweet.
you.
It was
Yeah.
like coffee. And
Yeah, I
sweet.
saw that crazy thing you
It
got,
was-
and it was
yeah.
tall and cream and.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's a lot of fuss going on in the restaurant, and I kind of knew somebody was going to be there, and I thought,
Did you?
Oh, right away. I told Magda, I said,
I saw that.
hey, I think somebody's coming. She went, really? Who? I said, I don't know, but they're fussing over there because they were
Interesting.
curtains. You didn't see when they were closing the curtains and everything?
No, I guess I
Girl.
must have been oblivious.
Yes, I'm very observant, so I
I was into
noticed
the
that.
food. They've got great food.
Yeah, the
there,
food
by
is
way.
really good. It's
As
not
you
big
can-
plates, it's tapas, but it's a beautiful restaurant,
that's
and
the
it's kind of
best.
like upscale,
Yes.
Latin. It's beautiful.
Very good.
I
Very
love
good.
going there. So anyway, sure enough, a guest came in. He was escorted to the other side, the curtains and the da-da-da-da-da. So she said, you didn't realize all that commotion?
Whatever.
She
Oh
was
my
drinking.
God. Did you
remember?
see TMZ outside? Did you see?
No!
Oh,
Where were
we
they?
were on TMZ. It was on TMZ when he walked out of the restaurant. He asked how the music was. Da-da-da-da. Somebody else was there. I didn't know who that
When
was.
did TMZ get there?
Oh, okay. When
When
I
did I
left
get-
the restaurant at 12,
Yeah.
they were outside.
Oh, okay. Well, you left before us.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I left at midnight. Anyway, so long story short, Mark Anthony gets up on the stage and starts singing.
Yes,
and
that's what we're talking about.
I
We're talking about
know.
Mark Anthony.
I
Yes.
saw.
So we just about fell out.
Fell
and
out
it was
over-
so funny because there was one guest that was sitting at our table, and did you see her?
Yes.
She was screaming like it was the Beatles.
Yes. Well, because it was her actual birthday that day.
Yes.
We were there celebrating Magda's
Yes.
birthday, which was a day or two before the day before. But this girl's actual birthday was that day. So
Yes.
she was like, "Oh my God, this
Mark
is
Anthony
all
for
for
my
me."
birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was very
That's
funny.
She was undone.
It was
She
very,
was-
very funny. Her reaction was priceless.
He's
I thought
great. How was he?
Okay, wait. It was off the chain.
Yeah,
It was
he's
as if somebody
fantastic.
dropped the needle and played the album. Because I have that song on my
Oh, okay.
iTunes, and literally it was as if somebody dropped the needle and said, "Go
Wow.
for it." It
Really?
was exactly.
I didn't know anything that he was saying. 'Cause
Oh.
it was a
Oh,
Spanish
my
album,
God.
right? Yeah.
Yes, it was crazy. He sang like he was
Still, you
at
just
a.
feel
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You just
Everything.
feel it.
Yeah.
He sang like he was in the forum, like he was
Yes.
just there, and the people went bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Well, because I was sitting at the table, and then all of a sudden I see people running, like shuffling, and then like this one girl like ran in front of the table, and I was like, why is everybody over here at the stage? Because we were very close to the stage, and there were people dancing and salsa dancing. This is what they do, like as they're playing the music,
Yeah.
couples get up, and so the floor was pretty
Yeah,
crowded
yeah,
already
yeah.
of people dancing, and then I look up and I'm like, why are these people just standing here? And then I'm like, oh, that's Mark Anthony.
You're like,
oh my God, that's Mark Anthony.
Yes, and it was.
So everybody got their phones
Well,
out.
I knew he was going to go up there because Magda whispered in my ear because I was going to leave because after midnight I turned into a pumpkin.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh yeah,
After 9:30.
Listen, I'm in bed by 10. I don't play. I need to get my beauty sleep. I need 8 hours. So anyway, so she whispered in my
She
ear,
don't
"Don't
play.
leave. Mark is going to sing." And I
Oh,
thought
she knew.
So yeah, she told me. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
and then it took forever for him to get up there, but he did, and it was just
Oh. It was fabulous. Shout out to Mark Anthony. Thanks, Mark Anthony, for stopping by.
Yes.
and making our Wednesday night.
It was
so
everything.
fabulous.
Everything. So anyway, yeah. So that was our
That
week.
was that. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. Virgo season
yeah.
is in swing. It is in full
It
effect.
is.
Happy birthday to all the August and September birthdays
Yes.
out there.
September, we're September babies.
Oh, are you
right.
really?
Libras.
Oh,
you're
but you're
Libras.
Libras. But we
yes.
love you, Virgos and Libras. We love y'all. There are a few people that we don't get along with, but y'all are not one of them.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Libras are great for Virgos, and so are Sagittariuses. Shout out to my husband. They're the only kind of two signs that know how to deal with us because we can be a little.
Well, I'm married to
Extra
a Virgo,
Yeah,
and it works.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
It's
does.
been
You're
working.
right.
it's been
What
working.
sign are you?
Gemini.
Okay, but y'all are a little crazy too. So
Mm.
I think that's why. Yeah. Yes.
The
What?
Geminis?
What? Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Just keep watching. You all will see.
whatever. Okay. Well, so that was
That was our week. And our weekend. It was a quiet weekend.
For me
I was
too.
a
Well, yeah,
little
you were
down under the weather. But you, Missy,
Yes.
Woohoo.
what did you do yesterday?
It was amazing. I actually got to meet Deepak Chopra.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Yes.
He's fantastic.
Is that the first time you met him?
I've gone to one of his things before and he was right there, but this is like literally meeting him, talking to him. It was a very quaint and small breakfast. So there was only like I think 25 people that were able to be there with him.
Wow. And
Yeah.
how did you score that? Like, what, were
My
you personally
cousin-
invited?
No, my cousin actually won these tickets, and she's like, "You're the only one I know that is gonna die to see this person." And I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Deepak." I'm like, "Deepak."
Of course.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. And then after he did a lecture, and so we were inside, and he was talking about his new book. But it's all about the name of the book is Quantum Healing, but he's talking all about fitness, but
wow. Okay.
but mind, body, and spirit, because that's
Right.
Deepak,
That's
right?
yeah.
Right.
And so I'm like, you need my book.
Did you give it to him?
No, of all days.
You didn't have one
I
with
did
you.
not have one in my car.
Oh my god.
And I usually travel with a case in my car. I was so upset that I did
Well,
not have my book.
Deepak, if you get this
Yes.
somehow,
Can you get it to him?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
I can. I will get
Be
it to
looking
him.
forward to. You need to read this
Please,
book.
Deepak, yes. No,
Yeah.
so it was amazing. I was
Oh,
so
and
excited.
what book are we talking about, everyone?
Yes.
Can we?
The
Yes,
Little
it's
Black
right
Book
here.
of Fitness.
Yes, this is
Yes,
Jeanette's book
number
that was
one
released.
bestseller.
Yes, fantastic
Yes.
and amazing. It can still be ordered.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Still be ordered on the littleblackbookoffitness.com, or you can also get it on Amazon.
Yes.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Yes,
Yes.
fantastic.
It's a great book. Yes.
Great book. Anybody out there that wants to be inspired,
Yes.
so many different stories. And it's not like a fitness, like, okay, eat this and you're going to be, it's different. It's a very
No.
different fitness book. But I think essential in the in your journey to
Correct.
health, fitness, wellness, and really understanding that everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own way that they go about coming to their fitness and realizing their health and fitness and how it plays a role into their life. So
Yeah,
amazing
absolutely.
book. Love,
Thank
love
you.
it, love it.
I think
Thank you.
I think whoever picks it up will identify with one person in there.
At least,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Like I know there
At
were like
least.
2 stories in there that really hit me hard. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like they're talking about me or my struggles.
Yeah.
And so it's a great book. You
Yeah.
know.
Quick read,
Absolutely.
easy read. Very.
Yes.
I'm not a reader. I don't like to read, and I'm an audio reader, book kind of person. Yes, I am not afraid
Oh,
to
my
admit
Lord.
that. I like picture books. It's all good. I don't have a
But how
problem.
do you learn words?
Well, that has words. What if you listen to it on audio?
Yeah, but see my problem with audio now that we're on that. My part, I mean, I know we're going to get to why you're here.
my gosh.
But my problem,
problem with
especially for
audio.
children, no, this is real. This is very real. And I had this discussion with my son because my oldest son, because he suggested audiobooks for my youngest, and I said no. That
Love
I
them.
No,
Love them
I'll
for
tell
my
you why.
oldest.
I'll tell you why it doesn't work because they're listening to the words unless they're following along
Oh
with
no,
the
no,
book.
they have to. Dominic reads with his
Right.
book, and
So,
he annotates.
but most kids
as he's
don't.
listening.
They're just listening
Oh.
in the car. They're listening on
Okay.
their iPod. You know, just to get the story or whatever it is.
Right,
So
right.
when they're reading, when they go to read, they're not going to recognize a word.
Right.
So
Well, I
that-
think for
that-
children, I think if you have a child that's doing it, then absolutely they need
You
to
have
have
to
the
do
book,
both.
and then you have to highlight maybe words that you don't really know or
Right.
understand the meaning, so that you can go back. My son, he does that. He highlights and then
But
he
when
annotates
you read,
after.
do you
Well, when I listen to audiobooks, it's mostly because I'm always on the go. I'm in the car.
Yeah, if I do audio,
95% of my time, my day is spent in the car
Yeah,
shuttling
I'm
kids.
a
And
paper.
so
I'm a hard
if
book.
I wait until I get home to sit down and relax, then 5 minutes later I'm like, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Or if I'm about to go to sleep, it's hard for me to then go to sleep when I'm trying to read a book.
I just feel like audiobooks cheats the person from learning words,
Okay, well, I already know
recognizing
a lot of
words.
words, so
well,
it's
no,
okay.
I mean, I'm sure you do. I'm not saying you don't. I just feel like it just limits you. It just limits your ability to recognize a word and go, oh, that means.
But what's better though to not read the content? To me, it's better if that's an issue for someone. I'd rather for someone sacrifice that than to not.
No,
read
because
or
then you
get
don't
the
know how to
content.
write. If you can't recognize a word, then you don't know how to write.
Is everybody writing all the time?
Of course, you're writing in college. You're writing in school.
I'm talking about
you're
like
writing
for adults. Just someone
I
who's
write
trying
all
to
the
read
time.
it, who's trying to get through a book, who wants to gain the knowledge of whatever that book is talking about.
Right.
You don't miss out on it just because you're.
Well, what audiobooks does is for the people who don't know how to read, it allows them to learn
Well, yeah.
what the book is about. But people who
Yes.
read should just pick up a book and read.
If you have time. See,
Oh
sorry,
my
we just got
gosh.
derailed.
That was like a 5-minute conversation about
Anyway, I'm
audiobooks.
sorry.
Audiobooks.
I'm sorry for those people who are big
I'm
audiobook
team
fans.
audiobook.
I'm not.
Obviously,
I'm team.
she's not.
I do
listen.
both. I do both.
Yeah, I don't.
I love reading books and having the
yes.
paperback.
Oh, I smell books.
But I
Yes,
also
she's
love if I'm in a long drive or I'm in my car a lot, then I can actually listen to the books.
I
as
think
well.
that's great for
Love it.
like the Bible.
Oh my God. Are we going to talk about the Bible now?
No. I'm
That's
just saying
a whole
audio.
other
No.
show.
Audiobooks is great for like people who don't, because the Bible it can be boring.
I for sure don't
And
want
you-
to listen to the Bible.
No.
on an audiobook.
No. But there is a great Bible audio that is done by Denzel Washington and all
know,
these
really?
incredible.
Denzel
Yes, and it's, I
Washington
forget
read
the.
the
I
Bible.
forget. No, it's a series of actors, and they're actually acting out the scripture. So if you're not a Bible reader, you can listen to it and
They're
go,
bringing
oh.
it to life, but then they're putting their inflection on it.
Yes,
Mike, that's their interpretation.
No.
That's the problem that I have with the Bible.
No, they're just reading
a
the
whole
words. It can't be interpretation. They're actors. They're making it a little bit more entertaining for you to kind of get through Deuteronomy.
We'll have a whole Bible show if you want to.
Deuteronomy.
Let us know.
I'm just saying the purpose of audio. That's all.
That's a great conversation because I have a lot to say about that. But we don't have
Audio?
time. About the Bible thing.
The
Yes.
audio Bible?
Yes.
No, you have to hear it. Have you heard it? Okay. When
Okay,
you hear
sorry.
it, let me know.
Okay. Sorry about that little rant.
I
We'll get
know.
back on track. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about fitness and health.
And since you are a resident, fitness expert, we
Yes.
want to tell everybody about some changes that
Well,
have
no, let's
come to
introduce
you.
Mike Bernard.
Yes, but you can introduce him.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
Mike Bernard.
Sorry, this is just a morning of arguments.
I'm getting used to the back seat.
I told you. No, jump right in. See, that's why he's not married. Because of
Yeah, there's no way.
You
There's
can
no
come
way.
here once a month.
There's no
He's
way.
like, I ain't putting up with that.
He's like, all right, I'm out. I'm out. Go play Madden.
He's like, what are we doing
I
here?
did that I did that twice. Yeah. What guy doesn't want to play Madden?
Especially right now. You're like, can you give me some Madden?
I'm
I
done.
love
Can I
some
play
Madden.
Madden?
right now.
Who
I'm
signed me
out.
up for this?
I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Jeanette
Okay.
Ortega.
Yes.
You got it.
So you would like me to introduce my partner here? He is my new
Yes.
partner. Yes, I'm
We're
very
gonna give you
excited.
a little round of applause.
Yes.
New face.
Yes. So it's super exciting. Extreme Results Fitness has merged with MBX Athletics. And so Mike is the owner of MBX Athletics, and we've known each other for a few years. And we started to talk a little bit more and collaborate and like, gosh, we should have done this a while back ago. Or, he had mentioned like, I should have met you 2 years ago. We could have done this and done that. And now here's the full manifestation of it is
Yes.
both of our different styles are now coming together.
Wow.
We're
Okay.
collaborating. The gym is amazing. We have so many new different classes. It's his cross training style combined with my boot camp, the toga, yoga.
Now it's at a different gym.
It is
correct?
at a
Because
different
we're,
gym.
We're very
I'm at a different location.
used
Yes.
to talking about your one location.
Correct.
So is that location still there?
That location is now closed. We are
Oh, okay.
completely in
Done.
MBX. Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you have moved over there.
I've moved over there. It's literally 5 minutes from my old location.
Okay.
Okay.
5
Fantastic.
minutes.
Wow.
So I'm still in Northridge.
Oh, good. Okay.
So we're right there
Great
in the
central location.
Yeah, right there between Tampa and Corbin, right on Parthenia.
Oh,
in the
fantastic.
Brent's Deli shopping
Yeah.
center.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where that
Yeah,
is.
the
Yeah.
Office
So you
Depot
work out and go
shopping center.
have some.
Deli. Yeah, some Brent's Deli.
Some salad. And,
Sure.
No, some pastrami sandwich with extra sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I'm just
salad and
saying.
some fruit.
Oh my gosh,
Some
yeah,
matzo
that
ball
place is
soup.
the bomb. I know.
So funny, yeah. So whenever I say that, oh, we're in that shopping center. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're right there on the corner. So it's awesome. So it's been, we started this in August.
Yeah.
September 1st was our official merge date. We just had our grand reopening this past Saturday.
Yes, fantastic.
That was awesome.
And this is at the
Super
location.
well.
So you were
Yes.
already at that location. At this gym was already.
Yeah, we were already established, and Jeanette, like she had said earlier, we've known each other for several years. Most of it was through social media.
Mm-hmm.
And then randomly she had walked in the gym, and I guess she was at Brent's. So
Having watched
Weird.
Jeanette.
weird.
A salad.
Salad
Yeah.
and fruit.
So she came next door, and we started talking about a few things, and just kind of the ups and downs of the industry and fitness as a whole, and kind of what she's doing now with the book and Butoga. And then we ended up, meeting up more often, and we kind of just started talking about, things that she currently has and things that I have in a way. If there was a way for us to merge, we would be literally the only gym in the Valley to have kind of both sides of the fitness spectrum, and then launching her new Butoga class. So it was,
Right.
we were always run as we were at CrossFit for a few years, and then I transitioned over to an athletic facility. So ideally, we kind of took a lot of the modalities out of CrossFit,
Okay.
and kind of opened it up to be a full-blown athletic facility that incorporated literally everything. I mean, we were doing obstacle course racing seminars for people. We were doing powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting. We were still doing nutrition. But the missing puzzle was we never had spin classes. We never really did yoga. We never really had kind of, I guess, the mindset side of fitness. It was always kind of like lifting, let's compete.
Training.
Oh wow.
So there was no mental dynamic behind most of it.
So were there classes? Did you have like?
Yeah, we're still doing hour-long classes.
Oh, okay.
And every single class I do, was like a warm-up, and then it was kind of a skill training or strength training, and then that turned into a workout. And we were a competitive gym. We've competed at CrossFit events or other athletic events and stuff like that. So when Jeanette and I were talking, I was like, that would actually be kind of cool to still have an athletic facility that we ran, but then we also brought in kind of the mental capacity of fitness, which was the yoga, her class Butoga and
here
kind
it
of spin.
comes.
So here she comes with all of her energy and wipes out my back room that was a total man cave.
Wow.
Madden, beers, the whole night. And that just got wiped out. Now it's yoga and spin and all that stuff in the back room. But it's been an awesome merger. And
Well, that I imagine for your current clients, that must be cool that they would like be introduced to something that's like a full, like you did the body thing. Now they could do the mindset. I know a lot of athletes do yoga, like professional athletes do
Right.
yoga, do meditation, because that kind of
So
brings like a
good.
wholeness to their workout.
So good for you. Yeah.
So are your clients being receptive to the partnering?
yeah,
or-
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, because now it's just a different dynamic of stuff they can do at the gym where we didn't have
Right.
before.
Right.
And so aside from the yoga piece, I have a lot of guys that are resistant with the yoga. And so with the Butoga thing, I kind of call it the guy's version of yoga because it kind of gets the males in, because now we're lifting a little bit. We're doing a little bit more mechanics with our body.
Have you done Butoga?
No, I have not.
You need to do it's actually hard.
It's
No,
very
I have.
hard.
I have not, but I've heard that it's no joke.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah. So
I
we're gonna
find
get you
yoga
here.
hard.
Yes.
Like yoga in some levels
Yes,
is
it is. It's
very
different. Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
It's
Challenging.
people think, oh, you're just no.
Listen, that was very real on our channel when we went to go look it up, guys. It's on our YouTube channel.
Yes,
That was
no joke.
No, that
Yes.
was no joke.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
And
It's
so I think you have to commit
No, I
to
do. I know
trying
there's
it,
some
Mike.
of her members that are hammering me on it. But
Yes.
yeah, I definitely.
Yeah,
have
so
to.
you
My
got it right
members
here.
are already like,
Everybody here heard it. Yes,
Yeah.
Jonathan,
Yes.
you're gonna get in there. 'Cause
when are
then-
you
then
taking it?
When's your next class? Jeanette?
Tonight
at
we have
6:30,
boot
right?
camp. I'm sorry, Butoga at 6:30 p.m. Would you like to join us,
I
Mike?
guess
They
I'm gonna have
might.
to now.
There you go, Mike.
Put it on
Yes.
Facebook Live, please.
Oh,
we want to
yes.
make sure that happens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Feels like I'm never
Calling
coming back ever, ever,
everybody.
ever.
Oh, Mike
Now,
is
do you do
taking
workout?
Butoga.
Do their workout? Have you crossed into their field of strength?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have done, and a while back ago I did CrossFit for a bit.
Okay.
Too. I liked it, and I didn't like it. I liked some elements of it, some elements I didn't. But I do like what they do, which is more of the cross training. So it's a little more well versed. So yes, I do. I do enjoy that. I still enjoy all my hard lifting and all the good stuff. So absolutely. So it's a great mix. So there's days where I'll do, their classes, and then there's days I'll do my stuff and my yoga and my Butoga and stuff. So I love the balance of it. Yeah. And so it's really good for all of us. And we'll be I'll do meditation workshops probably in October, do the mindset workshops as well.
Now, the classes that you've been putting, I think, on Facebook Live, I think on your Facebook page, are those being done at his gym or at the new gym?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I was going to ask, so I have this mindset of all these weights and it's like a real guys gritty kind of place. Are we gonna feel good coming?
To be honest,
I'm not a weightlifting kind of a person, but am I gonna be uncomfortable?
Intimidated.
Intimidated.
And that comes up all the time, more often than not, especially with females. But the crazy part about it is we're 80% females and 20% men. So.
All right, women.
Not that we don't love the men,
but it's definitely run. The gym ideally is run pretty dominantly by females.
Okay.
Yeah.
And most love the lifting thing, and they like the competition piece.
So my husband was at the Mr. Olympia competition in Vegas this weekend.
Oh, did he go?
Yes, he did. He was there. He wasn't competing or anything like that. Let me correct that. No.
Did he place?
He was just working.
You didn't tell me this.
He was working. He did not place. But I was going to say there was a whole section of women who compete in that, and they are over the top. I was watching some of it, and I thought, oh my goodness, to put your body through that's pretty intense. It's like another level.
Yeah.
But I think there's two sides to it too. There's people that go there to be athletes or to compete at a certain level, and there's other people that just want to go and get a workout and go home, and they're not looking to lift super heavy weights and all that other stuff. Because a lot of people don't even talk about nutrition.
Right. So that's my a couple of questions I had for you, because I started this new journey. It was her wise words of, show up for yourself kind of thing. And, I really shifted that this year with all the documentaries we've been watching and everything. But so I started working out, and my trainer, I think I've shared this with you, is an older lady. She's amazing, in amazing shape. And one of the things that I learned with her is form. And I found it fascinating that 90% of the people working out in the gym without a trainer are working out wrong.
Yeah, doing it the wrong way.
They're doing it,
Bad.
And so just, and she would just adjust me like slightly, and literally it would change everything.
Yes.
So how do we learn that? If people can't afford a trainer, how do you learn? Because you can really get hurt.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Seriously hurt. So, and I saw that you're is it corrective?
Yeah, corrective exercise.
Is that
rehabilitation?
Yeah, is that part of that? You get people like me who did something
Oh
wrong.
yeah, but the thing is with fitness now is it's evolving to where kids are now getting started super early.
Yes.
Yeah, my son trains twice a week.
13 years old.
We have
all the
kids
are in the gym.
all the sports.
that range from 6 years old now that are in sports that go all the way up to high school. Obviously the 6-year-olds don't do a lot of the stuff that we do. They do body weight stuff. But I tell a lot of the parents all the time, because some of our kids do year-round sports. They do baseball and then they go into football, so they're constantly doing something. As soon as I got my kids, it was like I had to teach them how to sit and stand properly.
Right.
Just basic movements of their body. And I think
and they're not learning that in school.
No.
That's the thing that's very frustrating to me, that I'm finding out their PE class that they're being required to take. I don't know what these PE teachers are doing, but they're not teaching them about form.
No.
Yeah.
But that's even at a collegiate and pro level. I had a pro player that came to me to prep him for the combine. I literally had to start, not really from scratch with him, but it was amazing to me at that high of a level.
Right. So how do people know what, because I'm fortunate enough to have her there to watch me and adjust me and make sure that I don't get hurt, but I'm looking at everybody else. She'll literally say, hold on, and go help somebody, because she says they're gonna get hurt.
Right.
They're pulling and they're doing things really fast. So how do we know, where do we learn that? Unless you're a professional, you wouldn't otherwise know
Maybe
that.
classes.
But I think a lot of it too is we have what we're launching is kind of a 2-week beginners course.
Oh, okay, good.
So
we saw the need for that too.
Oh, okay.
So we're like, okay, we're bringing in so many new people. We actually need to create this. So that's what we're
Wow.
So
creating right
we're
now.
breaking it down even further than that. I mean, we're going from body movements to like dumbbells and then gradually getting
Right.
up to a bar.
Right.
And adding in mobility and restorative
yeah.
movements as well.
That's key too, because especially with all the stuff that you do with your body throughout the day, if you're not stretching properly or doing
Yes.
mobility,
Right.
Yes.
You're
Or
prone
even
to get
using
injured.
stuff. Like I remember when I had a trainer, she was like, you need to use your core for everything. If you go to
Yeah.
pick up a pencil, use your core. If you go to pick up a cup, use your core, which is something that I had never been taught
Yeah.
ever
Right.
until I got with her. I don't think that we teach our children or teach people how
Yeah.
to use their core. And that's the core of everything,
Yeah.
is the core
Yeah.
of you.
But also, I found fascinating that I learned with my trainer too is the importance of stretching, and I don't
Yes.
think people realize that is critical.
beyond
Yes.
critical.
I
yeah.
mean, my
Yes.
husband did 3 sessions with her because he cycles, and he didn't
And
realize
cyclists need a lot of stretching.
he didn't realize how tight he was
And his
here.
hip flexors.
flexors.
And he did 3 days straight and literally was just floored.
He saw results.
Oh, big time,
Yeah.
big time. And my son, who plays everything, my oldest, is also big on stretching. And so when my youngest comes home, he's like, Paul, did you stretch? You stretch before, you got to stretch after. Paul, let's
Right.
so he'll put him on the floor, he'll do the stretch exercises, or he'll stand him up. And but I feel like we're in this craze in our country of health and fitness, but I feel like people are not doing it right.
They're not doing it properly.
You know,
Right.
either because they're afraid or intimidated by gyms like yours, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not going to go in there,"
Right.
or the smaller gyms really don't have the best trainers in there that are knowledgeable. You
Right.
know, it's kind of
So is the key then, would you say, finding a gym that has a good class that is being taught by someone that maybe is certified, so that while you're in the class, they can give you that help? Say you can't afford a personal trainer because,
Well, yeah, most people can't.
it's a good trainer is pretty expensive. Or
Absolutely.
or if you get a trainer, then you're like, okay, teach me everything that I'm supposed to know in 3 sessions because this is all I can afford.
Right.
And I think, I think people have to show up. They have to be aware of what they need to talk about and what they need to ask. So what are some tips that you can
I mean, I think
let people know?
it's a price point, but it's an investment. I mean, I
but
get
a lot
that
of people
some people
don't.
can't do the training and stuff, but like for instance, one of our lower packages is $95 a month, and that's unlimited classes. Now that's unlimited from
$95 a
A
month.
month, yeah.
That's for
If you're on a
classes.
budget,
Yeah.
that's
So
a
it's
lot
not
of
like
money.
you just come in and work out on your own. You're coming to our classes.
Okay, but $95,
coaching.
can you just work out in the gym and go to classes?
if you want, yeah.
That's
I think it's a reasonable price, but if you have someone that's on a budget, on a tight budget, that's a lot of money.
okay.
But go ahead, sorry.
Well, I mean, just got
Yes, it is.
blasted for my
I
price.
know, Mike. It's good. I mean, you get to enjoy the gym and
Well,
attend
yes.
classes.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you
and I
go
think it's a
to-
good deal.
But if you go to 24-hour fitness, you're paying what? $10 to $24 a month or
per
something?
and you have to pay
But-
per class.
And,
Per
yeah,
class.
and you're not.
it's
you
a
don't
lot
have
more.
a coach like watching
Right.
you, correcting your
Right.
form. Where you're coming into us, you're taking our classes.
Right.
We have our coaches there. We're coaching you, we're watching you, we're correcting
Yeah.
you.
So that was my point. In your class, you are having someone that is certified.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So
we
you're
have
Yeah,
multiple
showing
people.
up in your
Absolutely.
class,
Yeah.
and it's not like you're
Absolutely.
just there kind of on your
No,
own,
no,
or
no,
you're
no.
just showing
No.
up in this class.
No.
So you can benefit from kind of sort of getting almost a personal workout,
But in a
personal
group-
training
in a group environment,
setting.
yeah.
And we have multiple trainers
Right.
in the classes. It's not just one person running a class.
Wow,
Oh, fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
So we may have one running, but we have others helping and going out.
Right.
And so it's like, we want to make sure everybody is safe. That's our
Right.
biggest concern, is everyone to be safe and
Right.
challenged and to get their
Right.
best results.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking at it like an investment, you have to really have that mindset.
And it's a
absolutely.
lifelong
Yes.
investment.
Right.
It means at the end of your days, you'll be healthy, you'll be stronger, you'll sit up taller, your bones will be,
Your bones will last
it'll
longer.
pay off.
Well, I tell people, you pay now or you pay later.
Exactly.
So, pay
yeah.
now during life
People
and
spend
get it done.
$95 a day
Yeah.
eating out, or
I agree.
drinking,
I agree. I'm
or-
just trying to keep it, balanced for people who are like, I'm on a budget, but I have got 3 kids and I work 2 jobs, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not everybody can afford that. But if you put it in that mindset and you say, okay, maybe I can do this for 2 months or something like that. My point is, find some place that your money that you're going to invest, you're going to get a lot out of. And
Yes.
it sounds like coming through this gym and this program is exactly what
Yeah.
you need if you're looking for something to get jump started.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I find, do you guys offer nutrition
Well, for everything.
Yes.
Oh,
We do.
everything.
Everything.
So, because that's another thing that I was going to mention is that there's this craze, and I'm on it, of all these documentaries that we've seen on Netflix about, eating better,
Right.
eating healthy, staying away from meat, staying away from fish, staying away from, the fork, the knife, and just about. And I think I've watched every one of them, but they're very good and very insightful. But again, it's about being informed. And I read an article in Time magazine last night talking about the craze of weight loss, and they were saying that everybody's on this weight loss journey, but they're doing it wrong, and that's
Really?
why they're failing at it.
Interesting,
And
okay.
so they were saying that a place like don't mean to blast Weight Watchers, but Weight Watchers is $1 billion company that
That's
has
a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. That has a cookie cutter formula for everybody,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
it
not going to
doesn't
work
work.
for everybody. You can't assume that you're going to get that we are on the same meal plan that we're going to get the same results, and that's why people fail or just get discouraged. Like, what do you guys have to say about that, and about the craze of people becoming vegans now? I'm not a vegan.
Shout out to the vegans, though.
But shout out to the
Wrong.
vegans. I
So
eat
it's the
fish,
vegans, yeah.
but I stopped eating meat because of what I saw and learned and understood from my body, and I feel so much better.
Right.
I don't feel like I need it. I stopped drinking coffee. So there were certain things that I adjusted for myself. I don't recommend
And you
it.
have to do what's best for you.
Right.
For the triggers.
Right.
For yourself.
Yeah, I don't recommend it across. Oh, you have to stop it. I don't do that. So when somebody comes to you guys and says, "Okay, I want to lose weight," what is the first thing you guys look at?
I don't mind. You want to go ahead?
Well, I mean, for me, the clients that are coming in is if they want a diet or they want a lifestyle change. If they want a lifestyle change, then it's something more long term.
Yeah.
If they're saying, "Hey, I just want to kickstart my body and lose some weight," and then kind of continue that route, then I'll put them on a diet because that's what it is. It's all short term.
Okay.
The goal is to get them to shift over to a lifestyle change,
Right.
but the average person is not going to do that. The
Why
average
is it so
person-
hard?
And it all depends too. Some people come in like, I'm going on vacation in 2
Yeah,
months.
I did that
Right.
with
I
my
need-
trainer, and
I
it
need
didn't
this,
happen.
Or I need, so there's certain things that you can do for that, but obviously to speak with them and sit down and really communicate, like, what is your long-term goal? Let's do it this way, because you don't want to yo-yo and go up and down again.
Right.
You're just going to make it worse for your body and your metabolism.
Or somebody maybe that's already in like a healthy area, or that is doing fine but fell off of something or was not as diligent as they should be. Then they can come into you and say, "Okay, I need to tweak this for blah 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 blah. Help me
Yes.
do that." And you have answers for that
Yes.
too. But as a whole, you're not recommending that, and that's not what your gym is like promoting.
No, I mean, if we sit there and do a full breakdown of foods and this is what you need to eat, that we would be more of a nutritional based company. Our goal is to get you or recommend what foods we've known and we've seen progress out of people, and it worked. But I think that's the thing is you have so many people coming in. It's, I have a wedding in 2 months, or I'm going to go on vacation in 2 months. Like, I just need something quick to lose weight.
And you're saying
they
that's
fall
the
off.
majority of
All-
people.
almost all the
Majority,
time.
yeah.
All
So
the time.
why is
And
it
then they
so
come
hard?
back and they're like, I ate and drank so much.
Yeah.
And then they feel like they're back at square one. So
Because
it's like,
I just think as a population we're lazy. I mean, and I say this and
yeah,
I say
that's
this
true.
openly in a way where
we,
the supplement industry wouldn't be $1 billion industry if we weren't lazy. Because everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody's like, "Oh, I didn't have time to eat. I'll have a protein shake."
Right.
And so you
I
shift.
didn't have time to eat vegetables.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
and it's always an excuse or something. Quite
Yeah.
frankly, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just lazy.
Yeah.
Do you
And
hear
so-
that, everybody? You're just
Yeah,
lazy.
you're just
Lazy.
lazy. But
Let's
but it's-
change that. Let's change
Yeah.
it.
but it is. It's like when we're committed to stuff,
Yeah.
we're committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can be
that's the
committed
same
to other
thing
things
with our nutrition.
like driving through Starbucks every morning. You can be committed to that, so you should be committed to other
Right.
things.
It really
As I
is
sit here
what
and say.
means the most to you.
Sorry.
It
Yes.
really is
No,
at the
I've
end of the day.
been committed. It's taken me a minute, but I've been committed. I cried one time with my trainer because I was so frustrated because I wasn't seeing the results I wanted. And her mindset was, this is not for next week. I want it to be your
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yes.
And I want you to show up. If it's 4 days a week you give me, let's do it 4 days a week, but you have to come on your own. Like there's
Right.
not, okay, 4 days and then you're off
You
the
have to
hook.
be
Right.
committed.
That-
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm seeing results slowly, but it has to do with my age. Do I get that pass? Can I get that
Well,
pass?
my
No?
theory is it didn't take you 5 months to put on weight or for our bodies to
That's
change
true.
like this.
Is that real?
So it's not going to
Do
take
they wait? Are they
you
going to go with
5
that?
months.
Jeanette's
takes
giving me a
lo-
side eye.
It takes
She's like,
harder
please.
work to gain weight than it does to lose. I mean, losing weight and trying to get in shape is, in my opinion, 10 times harder than putting weight on.
Yeah.
But it's two sides to it too. It just depends on your goals.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
I think I've stopped trying to be skinny, and I think my trainer said we're not looking to be skinny.
No,
we want
we
to be
wanna be
healthy
healthy.
and lean and strong.
And it really is starting with the mindset piece
Yeah.
for that too, especially as women mature. You know, we have the hormones and everything that's going on. And so
Crying
for
at the
me,
gym.
it really is for us women, men too, but like we really need that mindset piece. Like, okay, let me pick a part of my body that I love, not that I dislike, that I love. Let me focus on that today. Let me give myself some love in this area. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. We spend so much time knocking ourselves down and pulling ourselves apart for what we don't like, what's not perfect, instead of really focusing on like, let me find one thing. And this is what I'm focusing on today and be grateful for that. And
that's
that
good.
really
I like that, yeah.
starts to help with women to change that mindset because that's what we do constantly.
Yeah.
Do men do it too?
Men do it too, absolutely.
They're just probably
But
Come
not
I
on, Mike.
hear
Do
it-
you really?
I hear
Stop.
it
Don't
way
talk. He's right
more
there.
from
He's
women.
laughing. Look
No,
at
she's
I
no,
hear
it's
it way
true.
more from
It's
women,
true.
but I know men do it as well.
Yeah.
But I think that here's another thing too that I want to bring up because this is kind of something that has always been around. People need to stop worrying about what the scale says.
Really?
If you want,
Yeah.
if you want to focus
I agree.
on results and getting forward, it has to be based on measure and not numbers. I mean, well, numbers is what I mean by
measurements,
scales.
but-
Yeah, and so many people come in and they'll do a diet and everything else, and they'll work out and they'll train and they'll totally shift how they used to be to where they would go on hikes every other week, and now they're doing full weight training and all this other stuff. And then 2 months later, like, well, I haven't really seen a change in my weight. Like, my weight's the same, but my pants are loose and my shirt's looser.
Have you been talking to Dorothy?
That's really all it's about is
Yeah.
the measurements.
Yeah.
You know, how you feel.
Yeah, that really was key for me. I cried. I was like, I'm not seeing any numbers are going down. And that. This is right when we came back from vacation.
Oh.
And we ate our way through Puerto Rico. But anyway, so and she's like,
And I don't know why.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were going to say
No,
something.
I was just going to ask. I want to talk about the name. Talk about MBX Athletics. I want to know what that means and where it came from. If we can talk about that.
So MBX, so I've been in martial arts most of my life, and
Oh, okay.
back when I was starting as a young kid, everything was about your mind and your body and how everything has to flow and discipline and all that stuff. So when I launched MBX, it aside from the fact that it's not my initials, which is Mike Bernard, it's actually mind body. So if you had an X, our core values would be mind, body, motivation, and belief.
Oh, okay.
And so ideally, that was my version of encompassing the mental side of fitness, believing in yourself, and then the motivational piece as a community coming together.
I love it.
Yeah,
like
so
that,
that was
yeah.
like my core values when I launched the company, and that's kind of what we've always kind of stuck to.
So that's why it was such an alignment of
yeah,
our
it was
values.
easy. It was
Yeah.
easy to
Because I was going to say, like,
partner.
why him? Why not any other gym that you might see or find? It's
Right.
like, you know, was the same philosophy there, or why?
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
this?
because I'm very big for fitness of mind, body, and spirit. Like that's huge, huge for me. And so whoever I would partner up with or do anything with, that their values need to be in alignment with that as well. Because that has just completely shifted my entire life, the gym, clients, everything. And so we can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
Right.
And so for someone to understand that and already have that in place is huge. And so that's what had to really happen. And so it was a perfect merge of that.
So if someone who comes off the street, it's never worked out, says, okay, and is never, really out of shape or not so much out of shape, what would be the first thing you would recommend if they came into your gym and they said, I just want to get in shape. I don't want, I just want to be healthy.
So the typical answer, because that's pretty much everybody that walks through our front door right now.
Okay. They want to be healthy. They don't want to be
Everybody,
thin.
I mean, it's, yeah, you know what's funny is no one really cares so much about being thin anymore.
Really?
Good.
Everybody just
Maybe the
wants to be
documentaries are
healthy.
working.
Yeah.
Watch them.
Some of the girls that I have there that are interested in being thin or whatever, they're looking to compete. And again, that's just two different sides of the spectrum. Are
Right.
you doing it to compete, or are you doing it because you want to be part of whatever the media wants a female to be or a guy to be?
Right.
And so, like, when people come in off the street and they ask, I just want to get in shape or just kind of see what you guys do, I need some help. they'll run through our program, but more often than not, myself in general, I usually am with them for the full first hour of their class. So when they start, they get an hour with me, pretty much like a one-on-one, but they're still part of the class.
Okay.
And that way they can kind of get comfortable with how the classes run. They don't feel like left alone because other
Right.
people there have been there for months at a
Oh,
time.
I know.
And
It's
you're
the worst.
intimidated because
That's
they're
the
like lifting 20
worst.
pounds and you're like, I only could do
Yes,
8.
I hate
Right,
going into a
right,
new
right,
class
right.
and
Yeah.
then like everybody knows what they're doing and they like know the next step and
Yeah.
routine, dance routine, and I'm just
Right.
like, okay, whatever, I don't even want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I
But
appreciate
we do,
that. That's nice.
and we try to do more of a personal touch on your first class. Because I don't know where you came from or how
And we've
what your level
all
of
been that
fitness is.
newbie.
Yeah.
We know
Right,
how
yeah.
that feels, and we
Yeah.
want everyone to feel comfortable when they walk in through the doors. And that was my clients' concerns too, as we were going into.
Yeah.
We're like, we're going into their turf.
Yeah.
You know,
What does
and
that mean?
Yeah, and like, are they going to be nice? They're going to already know what they're doing. We're doing different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but
They're gonna be like, get out of here.
yeah.
You're
Taking
running
up
the class.
space here. I know. That's so. What is the oldest, and for you too, in your gym, the oldest client you've had?
Mine was like 70.
Mine was in her 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they were there. I mean, so what was the end result? Like, why were they there? They wanted to get stronger.
She was with me, and she still does stuff with me, personal training for mobility and to
Wait,
keep
she does personal training.
personal training one-on-one, yeah. And she does more for mobility and for balance. So a lot of times they want to
That's
maintain their
good.
balance. They're very,
Absolutely.
you know,
That's good.
Yes.
walking, even putting on their clothes. They just
Yeah.
want to make sure they're agile. They want
Yeah.
to make sure they're mobile and
Because that's when injuries happen to older people.
Correct.
They lose their balance, they fall, they break a
Yes.
hip.
Yes.
You're breaking bones. Everything's a little bit more fragile.
Exactly.
It's key. It's absolutely key for older people.
yeah. So that was she's always like, I need my balance. I need my balance. So usually when I have them, you know, around that age, what they're there for mostly.
And was
fantastic.
yours man, woman?
It was my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you trained him?
Yeah, he's a motor officer. He's retired now, but he
Okay.
was in an accident, a bad accident on a funeral run.
Oh,
So he got
wow.
taken out during the funeral run.
Oh no.
So after he got his surgery and all that stuff, he put on a little bit of weight, and it was kind of getting him back to square one. So, but it was a good experience because it was nice that I was able to train my dad and kind
And
of
he
get him onto
listened to you?
nutrition. And, yeah,
But did he get back to full mobility?
yeah. I mean,
and
he lost a
strong?
lot. Yeah, and that's the other thing too is physical therapy is there. I think people get the big misunderstanding of what physical therapy is there for and what trainers are supposed to do.
Difference.
Physical therapy is just to get you back to how you were functionally or normal.
Right.
Outside of that is what a trainer would come into play. And that's, to be honest, that's all we do right now. That's all I do right now. I mean,
Wow.
I specialize in morbid obesity and pretty much rehabilitation.
Wow.
So, and that's kind of where fitness is going, but it's as people are aging, that's when all the injuries are happening.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah, I got rid of my chair and my desk.
Yeah, and put a
You're doing
ball.
a stability ball?
Ball.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't put the ball. I had a ball, but it's too low. I got to get a stability ball, but I got a high seat so that I can I'm almost standing.
Using your-
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those desks too from
Yeah,
IKEA.
yeah.
They're
You
very
could-
inexpensive.
yeah,
That lift.
The big standing and all that
yeah,
stuff.
you
'Cause I
can push it down or stand with it.
Yeah.
They go up and down. Love
yeah.
those.
Yeah, I don't have that. My desk is not that big, so I can't put that on there. It's kind of weird.
No, it's just a top.
Yeah.
And it
No,
goes
it's,
up
then
and
what do I write? Where do I put my papers?
No, it's a desk. The whole entire desk lifts up.
Oh, I know. Oh, so
Yes.
I'd have to replace my desk because there's some that
Yes.
you could put on top.
Oh,
and then you
no.
lift the computer up.
Yeah, no. The whole desk moves up.
Yeah,
so that you
I've
can
seen that.
stand
Yes.
and write and then
Yes.
sit down if you need to.
Got
I
it.
think those are fantastic.
Well, the reason I say that is because I find that older folks are, all of us are so sedentary,
Yes.
and
yeah.
so we. Go
I didn't
in-
realize how sedentary I was
Yes.
until about 2 years
We
ago.
are.
I'm
I
like,
mean,
no, I'm moving all the time. And they're like, oh, no,
No.
you're really
Yeah.
not.
When you
No.
put that crazy watch on and it's counting your steps and you've only
Oh,
done
yeah.
650 and you're
You're
like,
like,
wait, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
You're like, it's
And they're
10
like,
p.m.
can
at
you
night.
guys
What
walk
happened?
And you're wondering where the weight is coming from. Like, we're not
Yeah.
being mobile, and it's
so-
just an
Yeah.
awareness.
Well,
It's
even my
just-
parents, when I was moving out of the gym, and where some equipment we took, some didn't, so I have a recumbent bike. My dad's like, I think I need this. I'm like, yes, you and mom need it.
Get on it.
So
Yes.
so
Do
it's
it.
there. They're like, we're writing 30 minutes
that's
every day.
So fantastic.
Yeah, and so they're so proud of themselves, and I'm like, yes, this is, you guys need to. I've been on you for this, and
I
so
know.
just hearing them that they're using it, and
Yeah.
they're
Very
so
good.
proud of themselves.
Look at that. Something
I
great
know.
coming out of that move. That's
Okay, so
fantastic.
we'll
We're
still
almost,
have,
we have a little bit of time. I was
Okay.
going to say if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, and then I want to talk about what our whole month is encompassing.
Oh, the
about-
Hispanic
about
heritage.
Hispanic
Yeah.
heritage
So
month.
any
So-
last words? Oh God, no last
back.
words. No. Like, what's the one piece of advice you could give someone who's watching and is like, oh, where do I start? Like someone who's just overwhelmed. They may be a little bit overweight, or just not overweight, just not
Or a
athletic.
lot overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, where do you start? Like, do you start with the eating? Do you start with the fitness? Because it's a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. I say start. I mean, in my opinion, I would say start with the fitness. When you do nutrition, fitness, and all this other stuff, and bundle it to somebody that's kind of new, it's beyond overwhelming.
It's a lot.
You
And
give
so
up.
I'd rather them
Start to move.
get mentally
Just move,
stronger.
yes.
Right. Yeah. Get mentally stronger on being active.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a month, say, okay, now we got you going. Now we got the motor going. Okay, now let's incorporate foods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say, Jeanette?
I would definitely say get them started in on working out so that they just start to move, because then they see why the nutrition piece is important. Like, oh, I can't be eating McDonald's, or oh, I can't go through the drive-thrus now. I'm
Right.
working out, so it makes more sense to them. They can put it
Right.
together. And I always say the hardest part is showing up. The hardest part
Yes.
is getting
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
You
Preach
just
it.
have to
Yes.
start. So that's why I tell people, I'm like, that's
It's
the
very
hardest
hard.
part, is just getting there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once you do it, then it's going to be, easier and easier as you go.
I just want to say this really quickly. Since I started this journey for myself, I've noticed, like, when my kid goes to do any of his like sports thing at school, we as parents, we sit and we chit chat, but you could walk around that track.
Yeah.
You could do those stairs. And I
Yeah.
had an aha moment in last week. Every time
Oh,
we
yeah, I
had
saw that.
training,
Yeah, you
and
did
I've
that,
been like putting it up on my Instagram. No excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Right.
watch him run back and forth on the field. Get up and walk that track,
Right.
or do the stairs, or do some. There's no reason, because nothing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game you need to sit and watch. It's
Right.
a practice.
Right.
So if you don't get into a gym, there's other ways to get moving.
And
Right.
so
And-
much to do outdoors.
And you can still
Yes.
kind of watch them too, if you're concerned.
Yeah, if you're
your
walking
kids
around
are-
the track,
are
yeah,
younger,
you
then you can still see what they're doing.
Our kids are not younger.
Well, I'm just saying for the people who do have
Oh,
younger
yeah.
kids. I remember what it was like, and also too, but it depends on the sport, because if you're talking about basketball, where you gonna go? What you gonna do? But
Walk
I
around
think-
the neighborhood
No, but if you want to still see your children
during a practice.
yes, some people sit and watch their children's practice. Me, I did whatever, still do. But yes, but I'm just saying you're right
Yeah.
in the fact of figure something out.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting here visually thinking, okay, where at in the basketball gym? If
Right.
there's stairs, go do the stairs. Walk around the gym.
Yeah.
You might look a little crazy. The kids might be like, "Why is your mom walking in circles?" But it's
No,
okay.
and I
Just-
asked my son, I'm
yeah.
like, "Are you going to mind me walking around the track?" And he's like, "No, that's fine." And there was a dad running the tracks, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, maybe I was the only one that had the aha moment. Meanwhile, everybody else was.
Or some people just drop their kids off, and there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
too, because
yeah.
they want errands and stuff. to
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
But your point is,
There's a place you can,
Right.
if you say, "Oh, I don't have any time, I have to drop them off."
you
Okay.
got to figure it out.
You could take that 30 minutes. It's an hour and a half practice. I think you could take 30, 45 minutes
Yeah.
and do. That's my little piece of advice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do something.
Advice.
Absolutely.
Annette's advice.
That's
corner.
my Annette fitness advice. I don't own a
Hey,
gym.
I'm proud of you.
I know this is
I'm
all because
so-
of you. Honest to God. I mean, I've done her Butoga. I was a member for gym for a while. Then I
yeah.
did Butoga. Then I did the 21 Journey.
Yeah,
and
21 Day Challenge.
it was here. She kept saying we show up for everybody else and we don't show up for ourselves. And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, you're right. And I've shared that in blogs, and I've shared it with people who are actually now working out and going, wow, that is a point. We
Yep.
have meetings, we show up for our kids, our families, and then we're sitting looking at ourselves going, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I think a lot of people are shifting from gyms over to smaller facilities like us or small businesses. for the community and the accountability.
Yes.
Because once they start meeting people,
Yes.
they're going to be like, okay, are you coming to the 5:30? I'll be here at 5:30. You got to be here.
Community.
Yes.
Total accountability. Like, you better
Yes.
be here. Like,
Yeah.
we're keeping
Well, and
Mike
I like-
accountable for Butoga tonight at 6.
Yes. Woohoo. Can't wait to see
Everybody,
that.
I like that word that you brought up, community, because I want
Mm-hmm.
to kind of segue into what we're talking about as far as celebrating Hispanic Heritage
Yes.
Month. And so we brought you guys on not only because you had some great, fantastic news to share with us, but you are part of the Hispanic community.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that playing a part in your physical fitness, and how do you
Yes.
see that in the Hispanic community? Is that a problem? Is it an issue? I think it's an issue overall, but how can we bring that part of it into the conversation? And I don't know if we'll have enough time, but both of you did the 23andMe
Yes.
thing. That's fantastic.
We're related.
So I want to I want to talk a little bit about that really quickly to see.
Well, in the Hispanic community, there's a lot of high blood pressure. There's a lot of
Yes.
diabetes. There's a lot of heart disease. So we should be moving. I mean, dancing on Wednesday nights is great, but we should be moving more than that. I don't know. What did you want to
It's
add?
also from a lot of the foods, the richness of the
the
food.
fried foods.
That's in, So cooking all that, eating all that all the time, that's where that comes
Yeah.
up a lot. And there isn't a lot of movement. Although we are seeing, like, especially at our gym as well, we have a good following. There's a good Hispanic
Yeah, we have a lot.
group that we have there. And so you're seeing them, the younger ones, moving more. And so it's like, okay, let's get that up to,
Yeah.
the
No
older
excuses. That's my
generations.
hashtag when I work out. No
And
excuses.
being of Hispanic descent and a business owner, how do you feel like that has impacted, not impacted? Has it been easy? Has it not been easy? And as a woman too,
Right.
Hispanic woman.
I actually feel it's been very empowering for me. It also has pushed me to be like, watch me do this.
Have you
Yeah.
gotten
No.
resistance? Like, do you feel like there are people that say, oh, no, or don't want to deal with you because of your ethnicity? Have you ever run into that?
I've never
directly?
I've never directly run into that. I think more so as a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say
Not
the
s-
woman
not,
part.
Yeah, the woman part, but
Yeah.
not so much as my ethnicity at all. Not directly to me, but it pushed me to be empowered and be even for other women, other Hispanic women, to be powerful, own who you are. Like, we are powerful women, and we need to be proud of our ethnicity and do what we can. We are strong, powerful.
Yeah.
Or not somebody
women.
just assuming, oh, you're going to teach a dance class because you're Latin.
Right. Are you gonna do Zumba?
Yes. Yeah, but I mean that's a very real stereotype
joking. Is
that
that
we
horrible?
wouldn't.
No.
No, I
But I'm
think it's
like,
true.
no,
I think
it's
it's
right.
true. Like I think that's not. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down. And although you sit here and our viewers probably think that you're Caucasian, you have a mixture of ethnicities.
Yeah, I'm
As well.
Hispanic and Italian.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be proud.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
looks a little Caucasian with his little light eyes and everything.
Right.
That's the
Has that
European in
ever? Yes, the European. Has that ever? Have you ever come across that, or has that ever played a role? Your ethnicity in your business, being a business owner, or in the fitness world?
His last name is Bernard. No one's going to question
Right.
his
Well,
ethnicity.
well,
You never know.
see, on my mom's side, it's Reyes, so it's
Oh.
total
okay,
opposite. So that
yeah.
is Hispanic. My Larry Bernard is my father. Yeah. So when we took over his last
So
name,
white.
it is
Larry
super
Bernard.
white.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Larry.
super white. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Dad.
No, I'm sorry, Dad, too. I'm not teasing. I'm just saying, how white is that?
Yeah. But no, you know what? I remember one time there was a Latin news station that wanted to do a interview with me because of stuff that we did for the community that's around the gym, and they shut me down because I was of Hispanic heritage but couldn't speak Spanish.
Oh, there is. Yep.
Is there backlash?
Yeah.
They don't like
big
that?
time. They get-
Telemundo came to me and I was like, I don't speak Spanish. They're like,
They
we're
were
still
like,
coming. I'm
oh.
like, what?
Oh, good.
Good for you.
Yeah, that is.
So they
Hispanics
discriminated
get
against
Yes,
you.
you get discriminated.
Yeah,
You get offended.
But if you don't speak Spanish,
I was
Yeah.
that kind of bugged me a lot because
Yeah.
it was.
so do you speak Spanish now? Did it
Yeah,
put
I
a,
know, right?
did it
I'm
put a
actually,
fire in
I'm
the butt?
actually taking Spanish classes right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I'm
But
not
I don't think
joking.
that's very nice, though, that they wouldn't. I mean, get an interpreter or something like
You know
that.
what? I asked it. I said, listen, why don't you write the questions you want me to answer, and I'll learn how to speak Spanish with those questions. And
Yeah,
I
they
think
won't
they
do it.
wanted it more authentic.
Yeah.
I get it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's kind of
That's
one of
not
those
nice.
things where, I'm trying to reach out to the Latin community,
Which
and
one
because
was
I
it?
don't speak that language,
Yeah.
it
They
was-
shouldn't stop you from giving that vital information,
Right.
and that's part of your heritage
Right.
too.
yeah, so that's
I don't
just
like that
something
one
that-
bit.
I know.
I don't like it.
We do it. We do it. I know we do it.
So you want to talk about the 23andMe?
Oh,
real quick?
23andMe. So my husband and I did 23andMe because we wanted, our family has some health issues on both sides. So our journey, someone recommended to do the 23andMe to find out what
As
our-
opposed to the other Ancestry. I think
Yeah,
dot
Ancestry
com.
just does DNA.
Different, yes.
23andMe
So we just
does a
wanted to
much
explain that.
more, it does a medical panel, and it kind of tells you what your likeliness, your propensities are medically. And so, and it's incredible that they can do it from your saliva. It's not a
Right.
blood test.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I mean, there it got down to my color of my eyes. I mean,
Took me a
wow.
half hour to put all that saliva in that vial.
it's
a
a lot
process.
harder
It
than you
was.
realize. So we both did it. I don't know what his, because I just got mine this morning. So when I woke up this morning, it was there, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So
wow, just this
there's a
morning.
running joke in my family that I'm very fair, and all my siblings are dark, very dark, super dark. They look black.
They're not dark. But go ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
but they're
Yes.
they have black,
Brown.
black hair, like Negro hair. Negro, is that a word?
Oh my God.
They have afros, like
Yes.
fro-fros.
Yes.
And my sister is very, she's kind of caramel looking. Anyway, if you put us all together in the room, you'd be like,
You're basically the lightest one.
yeah. But so anyway, so when growing up, I was always told I didn't belong to anybody in the family. I was adopted. I was found under the
You were
sink. I was
found
the
on the
white.
doorstep.
They found me under the sink. They found me in the trash. That I was the white monkey.
my
They
God.
called me Casper. I mean, that's
Called
how.
you a white monkey?
Yes, I mean, because that's how fair I am compared to everybody else in the house. So, long story short, something came up in our family stuff that my paternity was being questioned for real. And so it was a big issue. It was a big issue. So we decided, my husband gets advice to do this DNA thing, and I said, well, let me do it too, so I could figure out what's going on. So my sister did her DNA through Ancestry. She sends it to me. So I compared it to mine this morning, and we just about fell out because hers, everything kind of lined up. I am European, from Iberia, Portugal, Spain, sub-Saharan, Native American, and Middle Eastern. And she doesn't have that. She has
She doesn't
everything.
have the
She doesn't have Middle
Middle
Eastern.
Eastern.
She has
Oh.
everything else except
like
Middle
that.
Eastern. So we were like, what does that mean?
Or maybe it could be a little bit more comprehensive because the 23andMe is
Yeah,
a little bit
that-
more.
that
'cause there
could
are a
be
lot
very
of-
true.
There are a lot of not diseases, but health issues that are very specific to that type. If you delve into it a little bit more, the Middle Eastern type.
Yeah,
of-
maybe they're more. Yeah, that could be very, very true. But it didn't come up anywhere in her things because she had the
Interesting.
breakdown also pretty much like mine, except that part. And I thought, well, where does this come from? And my husband was cracking up. We're like, oh my God, my pappy's Middle Eastern or something. I don't know. We don't know. I'm only kidding. It's a joke.
I know too. I get it.
But you
So
know,
you
so
find
I
out,
mean,
you're
a
like,
Native
"What?"
American, but I'm Puerto
Which
Rican.
it's from an island.
Right.
There are native people that
Right.
are indigenous people that are.
Right.
It might
And
not be
it-
Cherokee. I don't think
Right.
that you're like Cherokee Indian.
I don't know. I mean, the island of Puerto Rico is the people there are so mixed. I mean,
Right.
British, because a little bit of British came up in my thing. I was like, what? I mean, it was Irish. There's nothing British and Irish about me at all. So it was a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but the big chunks were the European, the Saharan, Sub-Sahara, and the Native American. And I was kind of taken back by that. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Right.
But you had,
Yeah, 40% Native American.
oh my gosh.
Yes, and then 51% European. Half of
Wow.
that was half of the 51% was 25% from Spain, so the Iberian Peninsula and Portugal.
Oh, I see. Mine was 49.9% of
Yeah.
Spain.
And mine was so it was the opposite, 40% Native American. Mine, that was the
It's
high.
very fascinating how they break it down. But this 23andMe is very comprehensive.
So would
And
you recommend it after the
Absolutely.
experience? You guys would both recommend it?
Absolutely. I mean, they knew things about me that
Yeah,
they
you're
wouldn't
reading this,
otherwise
you're like,
know.
"What?"
Like, how would they know I have dark brown eyes? How did they, like they knew things
Right,
about me
right,
based
genetic
on that.
markers.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty fascinating. So yeah,
Interesting.
and
I think
it's the only one on right now that does that medical panel.
Yeah, the
with your-
23andMe.
Yeah, the
is
23andMe.
recommended more for
Ancestry's.
medicals. Yeah, and that's just more for
Ancestry's-
inherent,
Right.
like, yeah.
So it was interesting. So yeah,
But
sorry.
now they got
family.
your information, though.
Now they got my information.
Which is
I'm
kind of a
telling-
little scary and a little sketchy to me, I will say. Like, I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do with that information.
Well, you have to release it.
Dang. they can find it. Just like with the whole iPhone new scanning and stuff like that. The face scanning.
She's
I'm not
paranoid.
What
Conspiracy
is
theories.
scanning?
I am.
Oh, the new
iPhone. You can
iPhone
scan,
10?
Yeah. It's a
iPhone
face.
10?
Yes.
The scan.
Yeah.
Did
They
I
have
miss?
eight
Did I
and 10.
miss a few?
No.
Yeah,
They released 8 and 10.
8.
They don't have a home button anymore, and so it'll open up with your face. So you
Yeah.
have to look at it,
Oh.
and then
Isn't that crazy?
yeah.
I know.
I'm not. It's too much information out there. But with that, we thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
coming. All of your information is great. Your
I
information being
know.
out there is fantastic.
Look them up. Their
Yes,
website.
will be on our website.
Yes.
And
and their website.
And our website
is
is mbxathletics.com.
Yes. mbxathletics.com.
Yes.
And I was on there yesterday, and there was a bunch of information and stuff like that. So that was really cool.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
guys.
No,
Much
thank
luck on this
you.
partnership.
I
I'm
know.
sure we'll
Thank
hear
you.
a lot more about it.
Yes.
We're excited.
And as it
Yes.
grows, it's going to grow. I know it will.
Yes.
Felicia and I will have to pop in one
Yes.
day. Be
Please
afraid. Be
do.
very afraid.
Please do.
Because
It'll be
it's
an
a
entertaining
situation.
night. I don't know. It's always entertaining. when
Oh
it's
my
like that.
gosh. Well,
this
we
time
hope.
I'm going to put you guys in Mike's class.
What? Oh, listen.
If I have to do Butoga, you gotta do one of my classes.
He's gonna be like, I remember. When
Listen,
I, was on
I
your
like to
show.
be challenged, so I'll do it. I like to be pushed.
Fair enough.
Felicia might be like, I'm out. I'm going to Jeanette's Butoga.
I'll just be on the ground like this. Somebody come help me. Like,
Well, listen. I hope everybody's been informed. I'm sure everybody was informed, educated, and slightly entertained today. Thank you for joining us at Table for Five. Catch us next Monday live. Yeah,
Yes,
we'll be
more
with
Hispanic Heritage Month
We'll have a
info.
Latino attorney, criminal attorney.
Woohoo.
That's gonna be interesting.
yeah.
Mm.
Have a great week.
All right, enjoy, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.
He was typing on my page. He was sending people.